Touch the leg. Welcome to Tibet this week. We bring you news on Tibet, His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Central Tibetan Administration. Let's look at the headlines for the week. His Holiness the Dalai Lama concludes his engagements in Ladakh. His Holiness the Dalai Lama expresses concern over heavy monsoon rains in Himachal Pradesh. Sikyong leaves for Prague to address Forum 2000. Tomoya Obokata's report validates our concern, says Kalon Norzin Dolma. Jawaharlal Nehru University exempts Tibetan students from Exorbitant faith. New representative secretary and coordinator join Office of Tibet Kathmandu, Taiwan and Liaison Office Paris. His Holiness the Dalai Lama concluded his engagements in Leh Ladakh after 1.5 months of teachings, public talk, interfaith pilgrimages, inaugurations and taking part in the events and occasions of the region. This Thursday, while addressing the public at Dharma Center in Choklamsar, His Holiness the Dalai Lama said he was touched by the love and devotion shown by the people of Ladakh and reaffirmed his commitment to live long and continue to serve humanity. That day, His Holiness the Dalai Lama also blessed the foundation stone for International Institute for Culture and Ethics, a culture and educational research center. Yesterday, the Ladakh Buddhist Association and Ladakh Gumpa Association jointly hosted a luncheon for His Holiness the Dalai Lama before His Holiness left the Himalayan region for India's capital this morning. His Holiness the Dalai Lama on Tuesday this week inaugurated a new center of learning at Thuptinling Gumba, Digitsel, Leh and attended a farewell luncheon at the Sindhugat near She, invited by the Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council.
I always consider 7 billion human beings, we are same. Same way born, same way die. And our life begins with the mother's affection. So at the time of dying, you surrounded by your trusted friend and really showing affection, you feel much happier.
His Holiness the Dalai Lama on Monday this week expressed his concern over the death and destructions in Himachal Pradesh due to excessive monsoon rains. His Holiness in his letter to Chief Minister J. Ram Thakur offered his condolences and prayers to the families affected by the devastation and made a donation to relief and rescue efforts from the Dalai Lama Trust as a token of solidarity. Sikong Pemba Sring of the Central Tibetan Administration left Dharamshala this Thursday to attend the 26th edition of Forum 2000. Sikyong is also scheduled to attend a round of meetings during the visit. This Wednesday, Sikyong inaugurated a newly constructed Pinso Khansar, a multi-purpose building of Dharamshala Settlement Office in McLeodganj. Following the inspection tour of the building led by Settlement Officer Konchok Mingmar, Sikyong appreciated the collective effort of the administration and public, which led to a successful completion of the project, and advised the community to make an optimum usage of the new building. Initiated by the previous Kasha and former settlement officer, the newly inaugurated building, worth an estimated 2 crores and 90 lakhs, has amenities like community hall, restaurant and shops which will be leased to public as per the guidelines of the settlement office. As informed by the settlement officer, around 85% of the total cost of the project was funded by the Central Tibetan Administration's Home Department, and the rest was contributed by Tibetan community residing in Dharamshala. Sikyong Pemba on the same day also attended the opening ceremony of the two-day conference on relevance and significance of the Dalai Lama institution, organized by the Tibetan Youth Congress at Dharamshala. At the conference, Sikyong urged the Tibetans to broaden their perceptions, to understand each other in order to create a united and harmonious community under the leadership of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and recalled the astronomical contributions of the consecutive Dalai Lamas to the benefits of the Tibetan people and nation, particularly the graciousness of the current Dalai Lama in sustaining the survival and continuation of Tibetan cultural heritage in exile. The UN Special Rapporteur on Contemporary Forms of Slavery, Tomoya Obokata, identified arrangements of forced labor in Tibet similar to those found in East Turkestan, and noted that in Tibet, an extensive labor transfer program has shifted mainly farmers, herders and other rural workers into low-skilled and low-paid employment. Kalon Norzin Dolma of the Department of Information and International Relations and Representative Tile Chuki of the Office of Tibet Geneva welcomed the UN Special Rapporteur's report as timely and the validating CTA's concerns and claims of Tibetans being subjected to forced labor in Tibet. Discussing the systems of forced labor existing in Xinjiang and Tibet, the UN expert has identified two distinct state-mandated systems: the Vocational Skills Education and Training Center system, under which minorities are detained and subjected to work placements, and the Poverty Elevation through Labor Transfer system, where surplus rural laborers are transferred into secondary and tertiary sector work. The UN Special Rapporteur Tomoya Obokata will be presenting his latest report at the upcoming 51st session of the UN Human Rights Council, starting from 12 September 2022. Following the Education Department's Kalon Thalam Dolma and Secretary Jigme Namgyal's meeting with Vice Chancellor Professor Santishri D. Pandit at the Jawaharlal Nehru University based in Delhi on 28 April 2022, the university announced the exemption of Tibetan students from the exorbitant fee charged to the international students. In the announcement circulated by the admission section of the JNU on its website dating 1st July 2022, the Deputy Registrar declared, "The fee of Tibetan students admitted for academic session 2022 to 2023 shall be at par with that of the similarly admitted Indian students." The fee hike imposed by the university in 2019 limited third and fourth generation Tibetan students in India from seeking admission given the conditions of Tibetans in India, many of whose income source is the seasonal sweater business. The Office of Tibet Taiwan welcomed Mingyur Yutun, who officially assumed the responsibility of Secretary of the office on Thursday last week. Representative Bawa Kelsang Gyalzen attended the handover-takeover ceremony. Thupten Tsiring, the new coordinator of Bureau to Tibet Paris, took over the charge from the outgoing coordinator Namgyal Samdrup on Sunday last week. Representative Rikzing Chuting Khengang from the Office of Tibet Belgium attended the handing and taking over ceremony as the official witness. As per the circular issued by the Kasha dated 19th August 2022, Tsepri Lopin Tugu Ngawang Chutup has been appointed as the representative of the Office of Tibet in Kathmandu, Nepal. That is all for this week. See you next time and have a great weekend.